Jordan Peele's Get Out is an outstanding thriller with a very incisive social commentary about racism. I mean, unlike most horror movies, the protagonist in Get Out isn't absolutely clueless to what is happening to him. Jordan Peele made Chris aware of the subtle, racist, and strange happenings that he experiences at his girlfriend's parents' house in order to convey a message to the viewers that they shouldn't ignore racism around them, but instead acknowledge it's a real problem and fight against it. Anyways, I could rant all day about Jordan Peele's genius ways of explaining to white horror fans the things black people have to go through in a white society, but the purpose of this video will be to take an in-depth look at all the symbolism throughout Get Out. Because in my opinion, this film's symbolism is what makes its social commentary so incisive. From this point on, there will be spoilers, so if you haven't seen Get Out, then get out. So first off, Rose's mother Missy uses a teacup and a spoon to hypnotize Chris. The silver spoon is a figure of speech to describe privilege that is passed down through generations, which applies to the Armitageous family whose wrongdoings have continued to go undetected due to their whiteness and wealth. Second, when Missy hypnotizes Chris, he falls into the sunken place. The dark void where Chris is forced into represents the theme of slavery in American history and the idea that terrifying things come from white ownership over black bodies. Next, we have the deer that Rose hits with her car at the beginning of the movie when her and Chris are driving to her parents' house. Following the accident, Chris goes over to check if the deer is alright. His genuine concern for the deer is linked to his guilt over his mother's death. Chris was 2 when his mother was killed in a hit-and-run accident, and he did not report her missing, hence the guilt. To the Armitageous family, the deer is also a mirror image of Chris. The black men and women Rose has dated were hunted and immortalized as trophies, just like the taxidermy deer above the television in the room Chris is being held captive in. Moving on, there's the camera flash, that has the power to temporarily revive the inhabitants of the black bodies that were implanted with the brains of white people because the flash allows them to literally see the light. To stop himself from being hypnotized by the sound of the tapping of the teacup, Chris pulls out cotton from a rip in the chair he is tied to and stuffs it in his ears. It is ironic that a black man picking cotton is actually a life-saving task. The expression goes, "a white knight in shining armor," but Jordan Peele often uses the color white to contradict that fantasy. The car in which Rose's brother Jeremy kidnaps black people is white. The fact that Jeremy uses a white car to commit such a terrible act destroys the predisposed innocence of whiteness that our society makes acceptable. Also, when it is revealed that Rose is just as bad as her family, a few scenes later she is shown snacking on milk and cereal. A typical snack, right? Well, instead of eating her cereal like typical people typically do, Rose consumes the white milk and the colored cereal separately. Yeah, you can put 2 and 2 together on that one. Rose's outfit in this scene is also all white, which Jordan Peele did to purposely contradict her innocence. In conclusion, guys, it's insane that Get Out was Jordan Peele's directorial debut, as it is going to remain one of the best horror/thriller movies to come out this year, no doubt about it. If you're watching this video and you learned a thing or two, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Peace.